I can't believe I just did that. Oh man, okay. Maybe it was fate. Maybe it was like some kind of divine possession to make me from embarrassing myself because I just sang underneath a mango tree for my pre-stream karaoke and no one heard it because I was streaming to the wrong source. Excuse me. Hello everyone, Felix here. I'm glad I caught that. Well, that was a shame. That was a shame. You know what? Let me delete that quick. And you know what? Just to clear my mind, I'm going to repeat the same mistake that I just saved myself from. So let's pull that up. Let's pull that up again. Just a cappella, no background music, just singing. Underneath the mango tree, me honey and me can watch for the moon. Underneath the mango tree, me honey and me, we plan emotion. Underneath the mango tree, me honey and me can watch for the moon. Underneath the mango tree, me honey and me make hula soon. Underneath the moonlit sky, me honey and I can sit hand in hand. Underneath the moonlit sky, me honey and I can make fairyland. Mango, banana, and tangerine, sugar and aca and cocoa bean. When we get married, we make them grow, and 9 little child in a row. Well, having sufficiently embarrassed myself, let's get into the game. I mean, I have a bit to talk about, so let's just get in. Let's just get in. See what we can who we can loop into stream. Let's load D5 room. All right, let's close my door. I mean, y'all voted for this. Y'all because I guess I should address that. Jill wants to buy a fan even though it's winter. Buying one will just prevent her from getting distracted. I think we already got the nano camo. And I think I'm fine on funds. 4 and did the cat. Anyways, so I usually don't stream 2 things in a row. I like my last week's stream was I guess usually my layout is I do a game and then I either continue the game or I do a different game on a different day, and I do some kind of rant or non-game stream in between. I'm making like, because February is like a big plan for my theme, there's a lot of plans that had to be made, and I guess, well, next week is going to be I will try and deliver next week, although that will be discussed later in stream. I was asking because I do genuinely still want to play Honey Pop on stream because I think it would be funny. I think it would be really funny to see what we could get through, what would happen. It's a long ass game. I'm not necessarily doing it for the sexy. I would be doing it just because of the novelty, because it's funny and I have it for free. But yeah, I think we'll head over to because we reviewed everything last time. Live chat is open. All right. Let's start this thing. Let's mix drinks and change lives. Anyway, there's a lot on my mind at the moment because, like, both. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bars used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him though. If you say so. That girl still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. Oh geez, Streaming Chan is still there. Well, I guess we're also Streaming Chan by the way, in a way. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Uh... Where? Oh, shit. Oh, right, the shoddy downtown bar. Let's see, all my gear is in place, and neither my pants nor my panties should have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. I've slept pretty long. Thankfully, unlike other streamers, well, I don't stream very long. I prioritize my sleeping over my streaming. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. She loves us. She loves us. She really does. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming Chan's back in action with their batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon, it burns. I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible into the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? Bottle of absinthe I had at home. I went to have it appraised, but the guy said it without label. There's not much value to it. Still a nice bottle of absinthe, though. I see. Are you going to serve it today? Looks like the absinthe can be detected by the station's database, so it's not counterfeit. I'll serve it only if customers ask for it. Sounds good. Want me to serve you a glass of it? I'll pass. Absinthe's not my kind of thing. Well then, I'll be in my office. Careful with that thing. Alright. Okay then. You know what? Let's, get something a little bit more we're in February. Let's get something a little bit more emotional, I guess. More romantic. You know what? We'll do that. Nah. Come on. Nah. There's always this sequence. Nope. Nah. Good for health, bad for. No, who was I? Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go with that. Troubling news. No. Gays that invited. Yeah, let's go with that. Umimoto. Nah. All systems go? I don't think so. Where do I go from here? You know what? Sure, yeah. Will you remember me? There should be a radio, like, I love that, like, this game's music could be a radio station. You know, sure. A Renee. Nope. Neo Avatar. Those who dwell in the shadows. Nah. Nighttime maneuvers. Yeah, let's go with that. A star pierces the dark. Why not? And then the best song in the game, which I might, if it was the jazz version, I would include it because Your Love is a Drug is just fire. Snowfall. Yeah, Snowfall. The answer lies within. Dawn approaches. Nah. With renewed hope. Reminiscence. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Yeah, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Well, I mean, Hallowed is gonna be, like, disappointed because there's no Gil. Oh shit, it's a Robo Brain from Fallout! Oh, good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Let's see. I'll have a green fairy. Green fairy? Blue fairy. Sorry, the absinthe bottle distracted me. Trapped by brows itching. Blue fairy. Yeah, blue fairy. 4 Adelhide and 1 Flanner guide. For 1 Flanner guide with optional Karmatrine, all aged and mixed. I'll go with that. Alright, let's go with that. Here you go, to the Robo Brain. Nice, yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as such. You can drink stuff and eat. I have the same system Lilin do. Can I ask you something, or Miss... Call me Taylor, just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can't ask me anything. We're getting hit on by a Robo Brain. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. The lobotomite returns! What scheming thoughts does it have inside its communistic brain? I'm misquoting Old World Blues right now, man. Wait, did this come out before or after Old World Blues? VA-11 Holla. Valhalla Bar. Come on, where is that? 2011. I guess this has to be some kind of reference to, like, either it's a RoboCop reference or it's a direct reference to Old World Blues. Why? What, does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. This is straight up Old World Blues. This is like Dr. Mobius, Dr. O, Dr. 8. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Yeah, this is literally the think tank from Fallout Old World Blues. Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours for being hit on by a brain in a jar. Speaking of which, can I have your name? Is this Dr. Dala? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. I should start speaking like the think tank. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? Well, what's with the commotion outside and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yes, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? I'm trying to do the Dr. O thing. No, not at all. Just figured that a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much to do. Wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Oh, all right. I'll make you happy. Oh shit, I dozed off. Bitter drinks, bubbly drinks. Where's beer? Yeah, beer. 1 Adelhide. Let's give him a big beer. 2 Bronson extract. 1 4 2 2 powder delta. 2 Flanner guide. and 4. That's 8 Karmatrine. 4 Flanner Guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All mixed. Alright. Big beer. Here, a beer. Ah, yes, no matter what happens, beer is always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I literally discussed the Robo Brain thing in the last stream too. I've thought about that too. Do you think that the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about even being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilin. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Oh shit, it's the Institute. The Institute did it. Unfortunately, the wiring and the other such stuff makes him look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Well, ironically, I commonly drink, yeah, drunkenness is a thing, but I drink alcohol primarily for the taste, personally, in real life. Why though, Lilium can get drunk with no... Why? I'm using the wrong voice. Why though, Lilium can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Hold on, let me check if there's, yeah, okay. That's cleared. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma. Oh man, it's the hot lady. Oh, Alma, where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? When you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Whoa! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work at a summer in Lilith maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's a bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I have all of a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. You'll leave food for 4 at home? Oh, man. So, I think I should have bought her that fan because Jill is, like, too anxious. Too anxious for her own good. I should have got her that fan. A cobalt velvet. A cobalt... That sounds nice. That sounds like a nice sound for a drink. 2 Adelheid, 3 Flannergot, and 5 Karmatrine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just as an experiment. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the rocks and mixed. I'll give her the big one. Because I'm aiming for like the big money. Oh, I screwed that one up. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of curiosity, will this work? Cobalt Velvet. It's a bit like champagne served on a cup that has a bit of cola left. Bubbly, classy, and burning. Big drink. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. She is waifu material. I love Alma. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. The next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kind of sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That tailor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in his pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. I'm an only child. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta is the eldest one. Then there's Diana before me. Then comes Eva, and at the bottom lies Billet. Sorry, the youngest one is Bernardo. I've never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that was going on with them. You live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do, not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. He left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. That's horrible. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time that when almost hammered by out, but I blamed the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us. Instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. As a Cupid, don't do that. Don't do kiss cams. They put people on pressure on people. It makes it unnecessary. Only strike when the iron is hot, and sometimes the iron is stone cold. So, don't do that. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe you wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Posing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. Oh, we're more than that, you know? I think we're more than that. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Some bottle of absinthe I found at home. It's unlabeled, so it's not that valuable. Do you know how to serve it? You usually need some kind of spoon to perch a cube of sugar, but the station does all that for me. You want some absinthe then? Sure, let's try it. Let's give some Alma some absinthe. Go to the bottled drinks tab and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Puke Green Fairy. Alright. Every drink here is priced at $500. Mulan tea, a fedora with a perfume of the plum. That's a Simpsons reference, I think. Only because I looked it up, because I needed to, learn what that was. Absinthe Puke Green Fairy. Bottle set. Absinthe. Careful, it's a strong drink. I'll tell you if it's strong or not. And indeed it is, holy shit. Are you okay? I'll be fine, I've had worse in college. What did you do in college, by the way? Jaeger bomb, giant taco pizza as a cute student teacher. I don't want to be your student teacher. We all did a cute student teacher at some point in college. I'm talking about studies, woman. What? Well, I know, I'm a computer engineering dropout. There are unfortunate parallels between myself and a friend that's very funny that I'm not going to bring up. But you know what? Because I think that would be insulting. But, dropout? I was getting fed up with the whole make programs for other people thing. I see. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. Well, I'm not that. Thankfully, my parents are still together. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh, didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. Meanwhile, I remember, I played guitar for a majority of my childhood. Then as I tried on stream because I couldn't get it right, I tried to play guitar and I realized I could not read sheet music. I realized I had forgotten literally everything. I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know, I just kind of said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mon air gracieux est plein d'anguille. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard-pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. Kinda lucky, you know, all my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family, nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic, it's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make a bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I'm doing my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job, sheesh. I like the way the turtleneck fits her. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I like the gloves on her too. I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kind of samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. Felt like a kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. Well, maybe I should play Hacknet, but I'm not sure if I'm autistic enough. I played Hacker Experience, the browser game, when I was younger, and I just did the like brute forcing. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle that helped make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It always is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it is an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? Give me something non-alcoholic. I want to play it safe for the whole absinthe thing. Oh shit, I dozed off. Yeah, I need to take care of Jill a little bit more. Non-alcoholic. A frothy water. Let's go for a optional karma shrine. Sparkle star. Yeah, I think I overdosed her on the alcohol by making like the bigger drinks. But I'm still gonna give her a big drink. All aged and mixed. Sparkle star, alright. Give her that. Here. I hope you haven't spiced up this one. Balma, please. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands. Oh, she has cybernetic hands. I thought they were gloves. My hands and new equipment, but it's the hand, it's the spider hands from Ghost in the Shell. And the new equipment, but aside from that. Oh, I know. If you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. Dunno. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. Having to move my liquor collection. Never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in that got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know. I know, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is time taken from my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me in if anyone comes in. Sure. We'll save here. I love this art. I love that art. You know, I guess I'll take this moment to talk because, well, even if I am talking into the void, you know, that's just like a facet, an issue that I have to do. Um, Later this week, after this week, approximately on Wednesday, I guess I'm spoiling what I have. So last year on Valentine's Day, I guess it's ironic because I'm talking to the void, and my issue is last year on Valentine's Day, my second ever stream was me, was myself talking to like I attempted an audio role play. Nothing like weird, nothing like ooh BFE, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing no ASMR. I don't do ASMR. But I wanted to like try and tell a story through just like an interactive story. Not necessarily anything weird, ironic because it's Valentine's Day, but it's nothing romantic. It's an interactive story where the audience with audience interaction, audience participation. I just wanted to see how far I could get with that, and no one came. No one was no one came on stream to view it. So I decided, you know what? I rage quit and I said, you know what? There's no need. I don't need to stream this because if there's no audience, then there's no point. And admittedly, some things weren't the most well thought out. but I feel like part of the things I wanted to do this year was to do better at it, was to be better at it. And I'm wondering, should I go through with this? Should I just play Honey Pop on that day instead? Will that be a bigger audience draw? I don't do like I don't do special events that well because I am dependent on a fluctuating and often very sparse user base. This isn't like anything to insult the people who came in, because please continue coming. I really appreciate it. It's the reason why I stream. And like it's the reason why I'm not just a V tweeter or some shit is because people come in, even if it is just one person, even if it is just two people, they come in and they listen to my stream. And that's why I do this, because I want to have someone to talk to. I want someone to connect with. I want to rant to some people, and I like having a crowd. Even like again, I always say that I would be an extrovert if social interaction wasn't such a chore, wasn't such a hassle to do. I would be probably be an extrovert. And but if I understood people, because I don't understand social cues, I'm highly autistic and I'm extremely ADHD, Asperger's, OCD, all that shit. I don't do well with people. But I like talking to people. I like doing this, and I want people to. I'm not asking anyone to promise they come on Wednesday if I am gonna do that audio role play. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like it's like despite it being like Valentine's themed, it's not gonna be like weird. It's not gonna be sexual. It's not gonna be gay. I'm not doing that. It's gonna like last year I was inspired by the movie Collateral, and this is going to like Collateral and Heat, because I'm a big fan of Michael Mann movies, and I'm gonna try and like incorporate that. Like you're along, I'm like it's like a ride along. You're along for the ride, and I'm gonna tell that story as it unfolds. I'm gonna like try and write something up, a script a script I can follow, but it's gonna be free form and open ended. People can talk and chat and discuss. If I guess if that doesn't get well, and I'm gonna try and aim for that, because I still do want to play Honey Pop on stream. That's going to be for Monday a week from now. Oh, Monday 2 weeks from now, because of like the way my schedule works. No, Thursday in 2 weeks, Thursday in the next 2 weeks, because I'm going to aim for that. Anyways, so it's now safe to keep playing. Anyway, so I'll go back to that. That's what I wanted to get out, because I have a lot of, I guess myself is like, I guess I am a semi-narcissistic person where I have a lot of things on my mind, so to speak. I just have a lot of things on my mind. I think way more highly of myself than I should, even if I just feel empty sometimes. And maybe I have a bigger ego than I do. But I want to tamper that. I want to tamper that a little bit, but I still want to have fun. And a lot of the stream for then is going to be about my kayfabe and like my lore as a cupid, the things that I do as a cupid, something I've wanted to expound on for a while now, because that's one of my favorite things about VTubing is the lore, and I want to expound on that. I want to explore that, and you'll be along for the ride, and that might be my first lore stream, and so I'll go. So I like that. So let's continue with VA-11 Hala. I'll stick with the everything here. It sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there just seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine, yeah, he's a cool guy, very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? You have a cousin who lives like a hobo, actually. Really? It's a bit complicated though. Problem is, his family is trying to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debts. Bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. Meditate! You can't make me! I shouldn't joke about that. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. Oh god, it's that. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, were you two hanging out in the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? It's this thing. It's the streamer killer. Aside from streaming Chan, this is the streamer killer. Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed the soda from the vending machine? It's just animation. But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Oh God. Lord have mercy on me. I have a friend who talks like this ironically, and it's really annoying, but it is really funny. It is real. It is really funny because I do have a friend who talks like this, but it's sweet and non-alcoholic. You say, all right. Pizza with double cheese and no, wait, no, this is a bar. Sweet drinks, a sugar rush, a blue fairy, optional karma-trine, moon blast, brain teeny, one karma-trine, no alcohol. Yeah, so you a sparkle star. I just served a sparkle star, so I'll just give him I'll just give her a simple sugar rush. 2 Adelhyde and 1 powder. You know what? I'll do big drinks. We're doing the big drinks, all mixed. Sugar rush. All right. Here, like you asked. Stop crying. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines, unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? Friend of mine, he's a vending machine. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes, nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma, the pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep, why? Nothing, I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me. We'll see about your, luckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. But so much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. You just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. You won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that, I had to jam a plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. You know, Dorothy, you should be careful about that, even if they ask you to. You can start civil wars that way. They can lead to the fall of entire countries that have existed for more than 50, 60 years. It was a success. Okay then, let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper in the code for the password itself. I see. Then when I'm finally in, I go in and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go try and become a super user and get what I need. I've done this with my own computer when parental controls were activated. I do like a soft reset. Well, I do a soft reset, boot up as admin, and then make myself admin. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me, but the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff? What happens next? Stop vibrating. I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't. I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore. Oh my! I mean, like, hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Uh, Make my buffer overflow. Create a backdoor in me. Escalate your user privileges. Find flaws in my security. Uh, uh, sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like hit a book? Uh, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead. You don't say it like that. Suggestive scenes, yeah? Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, that would be nice. You'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. Ah, I've been on Twitter too long. Looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. Street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. That is a weird lapel. Why does he look like that? Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of a suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie to just sit and kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? To be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. What? 17. This is the challenge, right? This is the part where, like, I have to determine what he wants. Oh boy, okay. I have to determine what he wants. 17. Maybe it's 17 ingredients? I don't... Sour drinks. Fluffy Dream. Crevice Spike. All blended. Manly Sobering. Promo drinks. Grizzly Temple. Yeah, Zen Star. Bloom Light. No. Brain Bad Touch. Nothing but mammals after all. 2, 4, 6. Okay. What the hell does 17 supposed to mean? Okay, all we have is 17. Fringe Weaver. Classy drinks. Mercury Blast. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, what am I doing? I'm losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Bad Touch. Well, Gut Punch. That's... No. He doesn't seem like the manly type. Classic drinks. Bleeding Jane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All blended. Bleeding Jane. That doesn't have Parmetrine. Um Frothy water. All aged and mixed. No. Classic drinks. All of these except beer are non-alcoholic. Manly drinks, girly drinks, Moon Blast. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I? Moon Blast? No. Piano Woman. 5, 10, 15. 3 Karmatrine. This is close. 5, 10, 5, 15, 16, 17, 18. Piano Woman versus Piano Man. 2, 3, that's 15. 5, 10, 15, that's also... I'll give a Piano Man. 2 Adelheid. This is probably going to be wrong, but you know what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. All on the rocks and mixed. This might be wrong. This is probably wrong. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would be only related to your drink if I thought it was, and I think it isn't. Ooh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, Mr. I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order, using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right, no that's not. You're just... It only works if you have a short name. You can't say Bond, James Bond, and then it's just the name. Because it's short, because it's a short name. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines in the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving myself a mystical air to a mundane affair. Well, if you want to do that, I have words because... I guess if we're gonna have a pretentious character on screen, I might as well be pretentious and talking about things. I recently tweeted that there's a spider that constantly, whenever I go outside to go to my car, to open the door, I walk through a spider web and destroy the spider's web. Just something that happens. It's just something I do. It's happened multiple times. It's a recurring thing where I destroy the spider's web every time I walk through it. And the damn spider keeps building its web in between the bushes next to my car and my car. Not knowing that every time I drive away or even open my door to my car, his web gets destroyed or damaged. Now, I don't consider myself evil for doing that. I just consider it just a fact of life. It's just a thing that happens. It's something that has to happen, and it's misfortune to the spider. And the spider is... Well, the spider is a spider. It's too dumb to... It is not logical enough to reason that to put its web in a place that it wouldn't get easily destroyed every single time the giant monster that comes out of the house does something. And it is, and relating to that, because it is certainly very Sisyphean. So I named the spider Sisyphus, of course. Cielo Jose, who comes in here sometimes, who sometimes chats, told me to name it Neo after Neo Paulino, which is a friend and a Oshi of mine, a fellow male in the space. And his chat is the one where I get the most philosophical arguments. But yeah, that made me think. It's like of the relationship. I guess maybe it's a good or it's a good and bad allegory for, I guess, like like that spider and me, or like the spiders and humans. Um, being potentially reflective of the relationship between man and God, in the way that, yes, bad things have to happen to you, but they're not evil for happening to you. It's just a fact of life and part of the greater scheme of things that it does happen to you. And that's why that's the nature of evil. And mankind will continue to rage against the world and continue raging at God and building all these things, building its webs in places that it doesn't necessarily belong, because it simply does not understand the higher meaning of why its home gets destroyed every time I open my car door. Spider doesn't understand me. Well, I'm sure God loves Spider. Well, I am more than a little religious. Ironically, for such a degenerate like myself, I do consider myself religious. And I guess it's like idea of the relationship between man and God. Well, I know God loves. I don't want to get too religious here, but like, I guess in a way, I think that God loves the spider more than I do. And speaking of that spider, today everything changed for that spider, because and myself, because for Sisyphus the spider. Well, I guess it wasn't a good allegory because it implies like evil things have to happen, not necessarily, but there's all that concept and highbrow things that I'm not necessarily prepared for. But I am feeling very philosophical today. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. But yeah, that spider, that spider, everything changed for him today. Because if you've seen my Twitter, you will have seen that Sisyphus, I saw him with my own two eyes for the first time, and possibly, hopefully, the last time, because he crawled into the car. He probably like crawled onto my clothes. He's a very tiny thing. Like, I've seen ants that are bigger than this spider. That he crawled onto me while I was like, I only discovered him while I was picking up food. He came out like he was on my arm. I tried to like normally I don't care. Like, I will readily kill insects without a care in the world. But like, I've become too attached to that damn spider, so I decided, let's try not to kill him. I brushed him off me onto the parking lot. Hopefully it landed in the grassy area because I was next to a grassy area. I hope he's not dead, because I'm attached to that damn spider, even though I'm never gonna see him again. Hopefully not. And that made me think, because it's funny. He's enraptured. He finally understands. Like, he gets a sample of the understanding why his web gets destroyed. He gets abducted into this spaceship by this giant alien monster, which is me, and then placed onto the grass millions of miles away in this foreign land. And it made me think of the movie Zardoz. Now, Zardoz, I haven't actually seen myself, because it's just, I haven't. My parents don't know about it. Most of my friends don't care for it, but it's this dystopian post-apocalyptic movie where you have where humanity has spawned two things. Like, one is the Eternals, which are this elf-like Eloi-like race of humans. If you know the Time Machine, you know what the Eloi are. It's like the Eternals are this like godlike, elf-like group of humans that live aimless lives eternally, that they can't die to like human aging or sickness. But they have they're like masters of science and philosophy and art. And they live these perfect lives. And then they're the Brutals, which are like caveman humans who live mortal lives, who produce food and grow crops and everything, and like organic things for these Eternals, because they don't care to do it themselves, or they don't care to be laborers. And the Eternals have built this giant stone spaceship called Zardoz that for the Brutals to worship. And Sean Connery who, like, for those who are aware, I know very well because I'm a James Bond fan. Sean Connery portrays this like sort of Fallout style raider barbarian sent by the Eternals. Like he's one of a group of many sent by the Eternals by Zardoz. See, they worship Zardoz, and they're enforce their will. They call the Brutals from getting too big in population. And then one day they have these guns, or like they have like they're like cavemen on horseback, but they get supplies of like modern technology like radios and machine guns, so they can wage war and keep peace on the Brutals. And Sean Connery's this guy named Zed. Now, one day, when during a worship session where Zardoz, the spaceship, is arriving at the home of the Brutals, of the land of the Brutals, and delivering them supplies and ammunition, Sean Connery's character, sneaks aboard Zardoz and then gets stowed away to this place. And it made me think, that is what, like, Sisyphus is essentially Zed in that situation. He culls the insects that I don't want in my garden. And one day, like, because I let him, because I want him to, he feeds on them. And there is a spaceship parked next to his web that occasionally destroys his web whenever it moves. He doesn't understand why, but he doesn't understand the human and the person that comes in, and like why the person destroys his web every day. But he gets stowed away suddenly on this spaceship in my car, and he gets taken on this insane journey where he gets deposited in a completely new location. And I wanted to get that out. I wanted to rant about that because it seemed very profound to me. Today's been a very philosophical day. I've been talking to my friends about literature and deconstruction and reconstruction and modernism and postmodernism and reconstructionism and metamodernism and all that stuff, and it's been fascinating. It's been fascinating stuff. And I like it. It is a bit pretentious, but it's fun. I like doing that. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. That is fundamentally incorrect. I've seen like there's a video of like a buffalo of a buffalo herd being chased by a pack of wolves, and the alpha buffalo, no, it was the alpha bison. It was a herd of bison being attacked by wolves, and one of the bison deliberately gores and rushes and gores its own one of its own sons to leave, so the wolves can take it while the rest of the herd gets away. And it was just like, that is that is evil. That is evil. It gores one of its own young to throw to the wolves so the older generation can live, and that is evil, man. That is fucked up. I don't like. Yeah, humans might do that, but we have a conscience, man. We don't do that. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah, then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details. I know that isn't right. I mean, if memory serves right, once a lion takes pride, it takes over a pride. Every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Takes over a pride. You can take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. Shut up, man. You need to stop making things up, non-zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know? Oh man, I hate this guy. Can we shoot him? Don't like this guy. The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay then, I give up. 17 is us. Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole formation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so this is the same idea. Primal. Do you want anything else? Like a I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. Why does boss's hair stay like that? Alright, finally. Let's do this damn thing. A fedora with perfume and a plum fume. I hope he leaves. Ah, you didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. We don't like this guy. Like, I like his drip. It's an interesting fashion choice, but I think he's a piece of shit. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead, both of us? What? What tells you I even existed before I entered this door? This is just this guy just like this is what Tumblr thinks being high class and sophisticated is. Like, shut up, man. Shut up. You're not an intellectual. You are not an intellectual. How can you assure that this reality is real and we are not in fact in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in this room? I'm as an unemployed 20-something in his room, aside from being a Cupid, which is like a job in and of itself. I would not write you. Because unless I was to write a deliberately insufferable fucking character. Please shut up. I could punch you to make you feel reality. Please do. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. Habanera has started. It means Twilight of the Gods in German, by the way. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your New World Order. What? Oh, shit. A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Aw, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the... Oh, it's a gunfight. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. We're in a firefight. Jill, come here a second. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp, CEO on the subject. That Corpo CEO on the subject. But until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar is quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I gave you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess that's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zenkanto on hand just in case. The metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Well, I mean, if anything, this is the best recommendation you can get to get a gun. Sleep tight, I'll protect you. That's $300, yeah. Mistakes, 2 mistakes. Commission, 20%, 20. Flawless service bonus not granted. Today's total transfer, 909. Total funds, 5544. That's quite a bit happened. That's quite a bit. But I am glad there are people in chat, but there isn't anyone watching. I mean, like, is it like, do we skip the home section because Dana is we're staying at the bar? Is now safe to keep playing. So it's like it says, so we did skip that part. Rise and shine. You know, 6:15. How long have I been streaming? You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Y'all are here. Let's see how far this rabbit hole goes. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but force has been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sei is okay. Would we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh boy, what is this? Cyberpunk bartending action. And here we are. Home sweet home, thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. More beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Oh, a cigarette. Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though. Smoke if you wanna. Thanks. I think Jill just got like 10 times hotter. All my literally me smoke. I'm not like against smoking. I just don't do it because I know it's bad for your health. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Kokatsu and heater doesn't fix. Oh right, boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know what? You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home and going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist, I have this hoodie from some time ago and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing. It's just like the one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Oh, she's Hosho Marine. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus I have to cut your tongue if you know. Alright. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Oh, it's the cat. 4. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? You know, I'm gonna be real. I am a bit superstitious. I have, like, very weird and odd superstitions, including around black cats. Because, all that stuff about black cats crossing the road in front of you. It's only the black cats. I am racist against black cats. That's gonna be clipped out of context. Well, thankfully no one actually clips me. So, no one actually clips me so I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, I don't like black cats. And, I know it's because of their nature, They're evil by definition. It's not other cats, it's just black cats. There's this this gray stray tiger cat that follows me around and is really cute. I've never thought about taking him in because 1, I don't want to catch diseases from him or whatever, and 2, he probably belongs to someone else. He's just an outside cat. First I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. You have intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's, one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. One on the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent or... Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago. They look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really, it's hard to picture you doing such a thing. And you look so happy in the picture. Why ever pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off, knowing that they're there, watching you, protecting you. Fuck me. I don't know, I feel nostalgic, then miserable. That's how reminiscing usually goes. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my mind that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. This is like the really visual novel part. What's that on the table? Looks like an envelope. It's nothing. Nothing. Now please give that to me. Lope. Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots. I like. They're really cute like this. I really like that. Shine Spark out. Kiramiki. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, if the BTC gives me discounts and a point card that I can use every time I buy their alcohol. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Beer so far is 0, cans left 12, remaining beer 100%. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This is more of a Pilsner. I only know lager. I have only tasted lager. And like, the piss water. I'm not like a beer connoisseur. I do want to try Guinness. Because it's like, it's heavy. It looks heavy. I do want to try Guinness at some point because it's so dark. But I do want to try it. This is more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. So no, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that? What was the name of the base liquid you use at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid you created to replace water when mating Kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And this is the one made with it? Let's see, yep, here it is, near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? And drink. Serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? Let's do it again. You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I like that. I like that aspect. We'll just drink. Remaining beer 40%. Beer so far 0, cans left. There's my alcohol collection if you feel like getting anything else. There's bottles over there? I can't afford a fancy fridge or for whatever for them, so I have to put them in plain sight. I'm guessing if some authority on alcohol came in here, it'd stab me for crimes against beverages or something. Anyway, many of them are still drinkable. I could get you some of the absinthe I brought to the bar if you want. I'm not an Oscar Wilde kind of person, sadly. I'm more of a Theodore Roosevelt girl. I was having, like... The name came up earlier out of all things. Cans left, 12. I have a teddy bear in my closet, but I don't think you can drink it. Diddy Saurus Rex. Hey, terrible artists. Finally, some chat in here. But yeah, the name Oscar Wilde. I remember somewhere, like, saying... Someone saying... I think it was... Well, someone I follow on Twitter. What you do? Someone I follow on Twitter. What's her name? Toffee32, also known as Faust. She, I remember a comment on Oscar Wilde. I'm not familiar with any of his actual works. I just know that he was tried for being gay in the late 1800s Ireland or something. And the main guy against him was an atheist noble politician that didn't like gays or something. That's all I know. I don't like only weirdos study this stuff, but I just looked it up out of curiosity. And I remember she was saying, "Oh, I relate with him so much because he's a homosexual Catholic." And I'm just like, as someone who is both religious and thinks I do have how your day been? It's not the best, not the worst. I think I like it. I'm exploring this visual novel side of things. But yeah, and saying as someone who is both bisexual and someone who considers himself quite religious, I have faith in God. I genuinely do. But I wouldn't compare myself to him at all because that was my shower thoughts earlier. I wouldn't yeah, I might be in a similar position. I might be religious and I have thoughts about my sexuality, but I wouldn't compare myself to him because I don't want to be a bundle of sticks, you know? And if that's he's a bundle of sticks, I don't want to be like that. That's not what I want to be. I'm still a man. I still try to be masculine because that's the ideal person that a man should be. I'm not a fucking femboy. I might twink max, but that's to look good. That's to look good for the other sex, the other women. I don't know. That's just how I am. I don't want to be a bundle of sticks. I don't want to be a. If I can claim being bisexual, I can say the word, right? I can say British cigarette because hopefully YouTube won't strike me down for saying a slur that I fully deserve to say that I use on the regular outside of stream because fuck it, I don't know. That was just a rant that popped in my mind. I need at that moment I know I needed to clear my head. Well, I'm not bi as in ooh, I appreciate the male form. I'm not gonna get fucked in the ass because that's too gay. That's cringe. I wouldn't do that. That's also deeply unsanitary. I prefer women. I just have off kilter thoughts sometimes, you know. And I guess the things that I do aren't quite the straightest hobbies. Writing fanfic and shit like that, but I don't want to be effeminate because that's having been around effeminate men. It's not a pleasant experience. Even speaking as a bisexual myself, being around effeminate men it's not pleasant. It's not fun. Bro, I am. Bro, I am. You're bi as well. Well, I should have known. You're the guy who terrible artists. Because for the record, terrible artist is the guy who posts. He posts gay black porn. He posts gay black porn. Well, that's what you were known for in other servers. Bro, I am. Well, like, I get like, so like, I thought you were joking when you were like, ooh, I want to touch you. Ooh, like, I thought that was a joke. I didn't know it was real. I didn't know it was real. I'm fucking. Fuck. I'm fucking Marcos in the ass, but IRC. Sometimes I gotta tell you that suffering that some does. I'm fucking okay, let me retrieve chat. I think I lost chat. Where is chat? Chat is broken for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm reading it off. Okay. I'm fucking Marcos in the ass. But IRC, someday I gotta tell you the suffering that the suffering that Bottom's gonna have to do before I, Yeah. Well, I mean, you're still hanging around Marcos. Well, I'm not gonna gossip about people in a Discord server that isn't connected directly to my fan base, but I mean, I'm gonna crack open a cold one for this one. I don't want the beer filling spilled all over the place. That deserves 3 drinks. That deserves a downing of the can right there. I shotgunned that glass. Because the prep is hell. Well, I'm not. I'm not. Okay, look. I might have some effeminate thoughts. I might appreciate the male form. I would never be that gay. That is A-class, rainbow flags, homosexual. Miss me with that shit. That shit is miles away from me. I don't even want to go to a gay bar. It's why they're so small and skinny. I didn't expect Mr. Native American. I am the representative of Ford Motor Company to be coming out like this in my fucking chat, man. The Ford Motor Company was always gay. I'm cracking open another one from that one. Oh. Anyway, beer's fine, don't worry. If you say so. They eat nothing, so there's nothing to evacuate when prepping. Stop talking about prepping. I don't want to hear about your anal sodomistic escapades. Well, it's the only chat I've got, so I guess hearing fucking terrible artists talk about anal it's better than nothing, but it's gotta be in here, in all places, in a Felix, in here, in my stream, in a Felix stream. It has to come here. Why does it have to be in here? If I'm ever clipping myself, you are going in that clip, terrible artist. You are going in that fucking clip, because this is insane, man. Dodge is gay, Ford is Sigma. First on race day. I thought Chevy was the gay. I thought no, it was Porsche. I saw 2 guys one time. Out in walking around my neighborhood. 2 guys in a Porsche 911 Carrera convertible. 2 white boys in a black Porsche. There were straight pipes. You could hear the engine and everything. It was straight piped. It was he had that enhanced exhaust. I think it was some kind of turbocharged. And they were and I asked my car enthusiast, in my car enthusiast Discord server, would that be gay? Are they 2 white boys in a black Porsche Carrera? Is that that's a little fruity, Because all the gay femboy VTubers, mainly dudes. I am a twink. I am not a femboy. There is a difference. There is a distinct difference. Twinks can still be masculine. I just do it because I look like calling it a collection is too generous, I think. I got it from my grandpa. He made a will where the only thing stipulated was that I got them. Yeah, that's sweet. Already down some of it over the years, though. Half of them have colored water instead of alcohol. Black Porsche. Black Porsche? Yeah, both of them getting fucked as we speak. I remember in Lumi's chat, in a clip from Low Effort Clips, I think either Lumi or Low Effort, where Lumi explained that the Porsche Panamera is an extremely gay car. The only masculine Porsches are the strict, like the early 911. And for a while, I did like the Carrera because Sally from Disney Cars was like my first waifu ever. Unironically, that's why I like Porsche. And my dad likes Porsche too, but it's not like it is like Porsches are inherently girl cars. Like you can't escape that. I guess you need to be an expert or something to notice the difference. Yeah, I make sure the water's the right color though. Bottom line, if you want to taste anything from it, let me know. You're too kind. On a side note, it surprises me that you keep that poster of me in your room. And even more though, that you hung it in plain sight. Why are four people, why am I having peak viewership when terrible artist starts talking about about anal and what he has to do for anal? Oh man! Why does it have to be in here? Why does it have to be now? Oh god. And even more so that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot on the wall, I don't really know. I just thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Well, if it was shaped like mine, if it was shaped like my penis, I would put it up there. Porsche 983 about to get fucked by the new Ford hypercar. What do I have to do now? What do my victims have to do? Although no one comes in here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Of all things, when I was in Rome, when I was like around the tourist district, which is very close to the Spanish Steps, I saw like there were like in those restaurants because I went to Italy earlier this year, if you remember, and that was not earlier this year, earlier like in the middle of last year, and like there was a shop selling like. Why does every tourist location have like something shaped like a penis? I don't get it. I don't understand. Anyway, another anecdote, I guess. Sometimes you gotta Diddy Max. Maybe like it's funny the thing again. I massively prefer women, but I do have I guess my British cigarette slur card comes from me having weird thoughts sometimes. But you know, maybe my dad caught on at some point because he keeps making jokes about me being gay. Something like making jokes about me having a boyfriend was something I would never do. I would never reach that point. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's never that point. I'm not like you, terrible artist. I'm still, I may be a degenerate, but I'm still a child of God. I still prefer women. And I remember one point that during high school, my very Catholic father, who is like one half of him is a devout Catholic, the other half of him acts like a frat boy, in which he points out random women to me. Like, yeah, Dad, I am looking at them. I am perving out. I am checking them out. I just don't announce that because that's weird. Why would I announce it to my own father? It's like why he keeps offering to take me to strip clubs. Like, why would you go there with your parents? What the hell is that? Italy? Yeah, you're cooked. Someday you'll see him. I'm not going. Italy is a beautiful place, but like I feel like I've seen like he lives in the north. I want to go to Sicily. I want to go to the brown people, the brown people Italy. I want to see that because like I like The Godfather. Italy, yeah. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, and not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Let's open another one for that one. Go. Like, I love how we're having the characters are having like a conversation like that, and we're having this kind of conversation here. Your pa just needs a son and father quality time. Go to the gentleman's club with him. I want to take him to a gun range. My ideal father and son time is like taking him to a shooting range. I like shooting guns and like doing shit like that. I am not taking my father to a strip club. He has a wife. I have a mother. I am not doing that, man. That's weird. That's fucked up. That's cringe. That's gross, man. What the fuck? I wouldn't do that. I want to take him to like race days or like I don't know, like I want to take him sports shooting or golfing or hunting or fishing or something like that. Something real. I don't want to take him to a strip club. I want to take him like real. I don't want to do that. Well, when you talk about a poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy, did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey, Jill, where did you get that black 4-ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. 6 viewers all because of me. Why are we hitting peak viewership for this conversation? Over this conversation! I found him in the alleys out near the building not long after he moved here, I think. Well, funny, again, my very Catholic father, during high school, he gifted me this Hooters, of all things, a Hooters, a pinup calendar that I still have in my drawer. It is very nice. There are very, very pretty women in there. I really do like it. And sometimes, like, I compare, like, I just find it very funny. And I remember talking to, like, my then girlfriend at the time at school and, like, her friends and my classmates, like, why is my very religious father getting me, like, pictures of strippers and, like, a stripper calendar? And he said maybe it's because, like, he thinks you're gay. Because he thinks you're gay. That was a response from my girlfriend who, of all things to come out of that, is a fujoshi, and she introduced me to the concept of being a fujoshi. I didn't know what the term fujoshi was at the time, but I blame her for me being a Phase Connect fan. Found him in the alleys near the building not long after I moved here, I think. I see. It was quite the sight, though. It was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turned out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home. It's like having a boomer that says the N-word and listens to nu metal. I don't know any, like... Oh, speak of the devil, he's home. I wonder how much of that he heard. Because, like, he knows I'm talking to friends at the moment. So you brought it home. At first, I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though, not like the fat mess that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Oh ho. Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else. Oh ho ho. Anyway. Don't anyway me, do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. I wonder if Gil's alright. Oh I always thought like 4 was like had some kind of voice modulator. In his like an uplifted animal where like the animal could speak. No, it's actually just Jill talking to herself. Take him to a strip bar, bro. I don't wanna though. That's what's weird. That's cringe, man. I want to take him shooting again. I like taking him shooting because I like guns and I like bonding over him with guns. I don't want to take him to a strip club, man. That's just weird. You worried about him? I make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. But yeah, anyway, about that like the Hooters calendar he gave me, I went to a Hooters once. He took me and my mom after church of all places in Clearwater. And I remember on the calendar, like of course the girls on the calendar are a lot better than the ones in real life. I prefer Twin Peaks because the outfits are like cooler, they're sexier, they're more interesting. Would be pretty Sigma. I prefer Twin Peaks, even though I've never been to a Twin Peaks before. And like it's funny because you look at the girls on the calendar on the pinups, and then you see like the Victoria's Secret catalogs. It can be hard to read. You see the Victoria's Secret catalogs, and there can be good stuff on there, but they find like random like these supermodels that they get for Victoria's Secret are somehow less hot than the ones that they find for like their random waitresses at Hooters. I'm like, are you kidding me, man? Like Yeah, I get one is supposed to appeal to men and like the male standard of beauty, and the other is supposed to respond to the female standard of beauty, but it's different. Like, and one appeals to me a lot more strongly, and it's the Hooters calendar. Hooters used to sponsor a few NASCAR drivers. I know they used to have their own airline. They had their own hotel. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much though. There's three things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him. I've even seen him reject food that has come in contact with it. We need a Diddy secret catalog. Why are you into Diddy, man? Why do you keep referencing Diddy? Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. What? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I just pretty much gave him the drinks for free. After a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different than the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. Now only Monster Energy gets the sexy race girls at NASCAR, and it's funny seeing them around the young-ass Ty Gibbs. I don't follow NASCAR all that well. I feel like stock cars have kind of lost a little bit of their sparkle. Ironically, because despite Daytona being one of my favorite cities in the world, I'm not a big fan of the racetrack because I want there to be turns. I want there to be like, you know that scene in Ford versus Ferrari where they use the infield. They use the infield for infield racing. I know like people like to joke, oh, Americans only know how to turn left. Well, there is the simplicity of a simple oval track, but I do like it when there's more variety in my racetracks, when there's more danger, where there's more turns. There's like where there's a realistic implication that you're driving on a road. That's what a racetrack should feel like to me. I guess maybe it's because of my love of action movies and like car chases and like I said, I talk a lot about James Bond. I talk a lot of like, I'm not a fan of Fast and Furious, but I do like myself a car chasing movie. He looks like a 5-year-old. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. Watch IndyCar then. Well, open wheel cars aren't my thing. Because I like seeing road cars. I like the thrill of road car racing. Yeah, the Le Mans and the experimental cars look really cool. But I want to see road cars. I want to see souped up road cars roaring at it at this, like, I want to see supercharged road cars like run these races. I like seeing road cars. I don't like it when there's a distinction between track cars and road cars, in which we can have a road car and you can have a track car and they can perform just as well on the road as you can on the track. And that's why that's like the kind of motorsport I'm interested in. And like, I think maybe I can watch rally races, because I like off-road racing as well, and like rallies are really interesting. Like, you have to have a supercar that does four-wheel drive, off-road, all-wheel drive. You're getting these Ferraris and like Porsches and Alfa Romeos that are being outkitted for like heavy-duty military operations just so they can drive in the desert. I don't like open-wheel cars because I don't like the look of them. Like, they're cool because they're a race car, because they're an open wheel car, but I don't like the look of open wheel cars. Well, with the regulars have earned, of course. I like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name. Alma? IndyCar Oval and Road. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say Armitage. Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. She is, like... Alma is spectacular. Are you alright, Jill? Yeah, why? It's weird to see you say so openly that someone's hot. What, even you can see she has a hot body, boss. You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to her room and... Alma is spectacular. Like, Streaming Chan and Alma are they're spectacular waifus. Rumen, Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? Oh well, we'll keep her going. I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean, but those are thoughts I leave to myself. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person though. That she became a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, but she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. Terrible artists. It's Marcos. Dorothy is just Marcos. It's just a female Marcos, man. That's what he does. That's what he is. It's just Marcos, man. The Xfinity series. Childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilium can be weird. You think? Lilium operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Wait, where? Dorothy, the horny android. She basically is literally just Marcos, but like a female and a robot. Depending on the circumstances, they may not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Because like Marcos, I shouldn't gossip. I shouldn't gossip about someone who doesn't watch me, even though Terrible Artist and I know both of us know this guy. We shouldn't gossip. That's like it's too off topic. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. L, female L. Fuck men have relationships with women. I can't tell if you're a terrible artist. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Hold on, let me see if chat works. Because yeah, chat is highlighted. I want to show it on screen, but like Streamlabs chat is broken. Gossip right now. Gossip. Spill the deets. No, it's wrong of me. If they're not here to hear it, like if I can't tell it to a man's face, I don't think it's right for me to tell that behind their back. You know, like if I'm gonna I can say fuck you to a guy, but I don't want to say fuck that guy behind someone else's back because that's dishonest. That's disingenuous. You know, I want to say it to their face. You know, I wouldn't say so like. Either I say it to their face or I won't say it to them at all. Or I won't think of them at all, you know? Let them get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so. I'm guessing she has a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. Anyways, Terrible Artist says, I fuck men and have relationships with women. I can't tell if you're real or if you're lying, but like you talked about anal before. It is? You talked about anal before, so I know you aren't lying. That you are bi. You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilium doesn't convey the image of automatons. Built in what? Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered strollers by them. As a girl's frontline enthusiast, like, who have this entire setting of, like, these sex bots and, like, these, like, they're literally called T-dolls. And many of them are like kind of in the kind of thing that Dorothy does. So it's interesting, like hearing it from a different side, but it's interesting overall. Built-in what? Well, built-in reinforcement. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilium? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilium are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, so that's fallen angels, that's sort of like that in the Hebrew Bible, I think. Lilium are intended to be the offspring of Adam and Lilith, I think. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne and you almost told me a new one with your glare. See, like that. You're a bot. I'm not a bot. I'm a real human being. I'm a real. I'm trying to remember that song from Drive. The real. I'm a real human being. Well, I'm a Cupid being. I'm a. I'm trying to remember that song from Drive. You know that when you know a furry femboy from a Roblox ACS game for 3 years, you unfortunately learn a lot of things. So I can't tell if like. Yeah, the terrible artist is like it's like Dana, except he's all we know is that he likes black men, he likes Marcos, he likes the Ford Motor Company, and he's Native American, and he works with his hands or something. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. It had everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once, they were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. Oh, it's a magical girl. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies. And yet she still found solace in trying to be a role model. I could say that about, like, Timothy Dalton's portrayal of James Bond. It's ironic because he struggles with the immorality of his job, but he still tries to be a good person, and that's why I like the character. That's why I like Timothy Dalton. Yeah, I work with my hands. I'm the top 1,000 in the German rank. My dad's hearing some weird stuff coming from this conversation, man. Oh, man. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show. Even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards with body image. Challenging as fuck. Bro, whoa, you got excited there. Yay! Oh, she's red in the face. Poor Jill. She's red in the face. Me and my duo cracked, and that is the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the song, dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice in elementary school. When I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way just to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age. I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show and mocking me. Anyways, anytime someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing silly in retrospect. I think I'll leave Jill alone right now because she is very red in the face. I should take care of her. And it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Clearly, this chick's need country music. Well, I am... Is it, like, genuine country music? Like, The Devil Went Down to Georgia? Or fake country music, like a little bit of Chicken Fried? Because, like, bro country is entirely separate. Like, beer, truck, boots, mud, hunting, fishing, dogs, homestead. Like, just reciting that in order does not make it a country music song. Like, even though I like some bro country ironically because it's funny, like Chicken Fried, like Chicken Fried, like I unironically like God's Country, but like Chicken Fried is not a real song. It's just a collection of things that the guy likes. Toby Keith country, or late 90s, early 2000s country. I only know like real country, which is like banjos and fiddles, and fake country or bro country, which is dog guns, beer truck, boot, chick truck, like that stuff. I only know like that. Those are the only two country music genres I know. Then puberty happened, and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went out to become who I was today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Honestly, same. Fair enough. Say, boss, how do you like them men? Dude, you can tell like this was written by 4chan. This The more that I look at it, this game was written by like some kind of unholy alliance between Tumblr and 4chan. It's too socially liberal to be 4chan, and it's too self-referential in awareness. It's too subtle and humble and understanding of its source material. Understanding of its source material than 4chan. 2D? Yes, I don't mind anything as long as that thing is cute or 2D. How about you? Chicken fried apple has Applebee's commercial on the fucking Ukraine war side by side. I remember that. I remember playing that a lot, but I wasn't watching CNN or anything. I just know the meme. I know where I was when the Ukraine war started, and it was like a big shock to me. It was like wild. I was dealing with a lot emotionally at the time, and like that definitely didn't help. Back in high school, I liked them funny. In college, I liked them successful. After a while, I just wanted them stable, and now, I don't know. I stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about them being successful. I think I'll give her another beer. I fuck him 2D, I fuck him 3D, I fuck him 4D. I remember where I was when Christian fucked his mom. I don't remember where I was with that one. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating on me or cheating with me or on me. And I stopped caring about them being stable. I realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable? There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. Started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get someone, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex. Never forget Christian 9/11. The big could catch fire, you know? Not you, too. I kind of envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps the guy, it's for less petty reasons. Are you okay? I'm fine, it's just... It all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenore lately. She was just all of what I just said. She made me laugh, she had a good position, was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why I can't get my mind off the whole thing. It's maddening. It was always such a fucking clusterfuck of wall count news. I vividly remember where I was and shit. I couldn't help to remember that. I couldn't remember exactly. Maybe I was at home, maybe I was at school. When did it happen? Because I can't quite remember. Maybe I should go and apologize. Maybe I should. Maybe that will make me rest easier at night, get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but ag. Hey Jill, have you tried thinking about clothes for 4? Clothes for... Heh. Listen, I know how you must feel, but you can't let all that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by those thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking what kind of clothes you can put on 4. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Late July, I believe the 31st. What year? What year? I can't remember the year. I remember where I was when Trump was shot. I remember where I was when the Ukrainian war started, and everything else is just like blank. Keep in mind, you're included in this circle too, and so any insults you hurl, I will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut named Iris. Sounds hot. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too? Got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's just called Nirvana, and if you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Well, Panama is going to be American soon, so they're not going to have to deal with that too badly. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Anne means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building somewhere else and opened Nerve and B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. That bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see, friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner for when I was in the Neo San Francisco police force. Oh, she was Dirty Harry. Little Lexi, should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Gil, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home and in college, I went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Yeah, I can say that a lot. Like, being with normie friends, I have a friend who, like, took me out last summer, invited me to a few parties. It was, like in this, like, weird place. But it was beautiful, it was great. Like, and I wish I could go back there, but it's like, maybe I'm reconsidering if I really am an extrovert that doesn't know social interaction. Because hanging out with normies made me sad because they're all in relationships, they're successful, they're in college or a job. A lot of them are younger than me. I was the oldest one there. I was, the one who could legally drink, but they were the ones drinking. And it's like, it's disconcerting a little bit. It's that way. I feel a lot more connection with people I have online than I do with a lot of people I do in real life. Mostly because I have more common interests and, like, we have similar personalities. POV, you're a racist or your Kamiyoshi is brown. Well, I am brown, so aside from you and Gil, my closest friend since moving here is Alma, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always four, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, A cat is... He made that reference. Okay, boss, I have to know. About what? About your arm. I'd rather not talk about it. Come on, I want to know how you got it. Fine. Yes? I had to use a couple of favors to get it. I accepted no less than state-of-the-art tech. That's how I got it. Fuck, I got 2 brown Oshis. Who's your first Oshi, Terrible Artists? That's how I got it. That's technically correct, but come on. Why do you want to know how I got it? I just want to know more about you. Who's your Oshi? 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 Always so cool and awesome, and can you at least tell me if it does something cool? It does have a couple of utilities installed, yeah. There's an HDD and forearm I use to save assorted data. It has a flashlight and a clock, but many prosthetic arms have those nowadays, kind of like watches. I've been getting into watches recently, like, I think it's maybe because of my interest in James Bond and other stuff. I think I was also my friend talking about how you can customize your character's watch in Ready or Not. I've been getting into a lot into watches recently, and my favorites have been, like, Breitling. I really like Breitling, but, Breitling and Tag Heuer. My first Oshi, Sana. Oh man, Sana. Sana. That's so far away by now. I miss her so much. She's so hot. She's so nice. For a moment, I thought you said Sawa, but Sana, her content wasn't quite my thing, but she was so nice, and I miss her. It was really sad when she left. How do you feel when you lost it? To be honest, I was sad, but I was also satisfied. Yeah, I almost lost my dominant arm. Well, look at it this way, Terrible Artists. You're red. You're literally red, and you like brown, so I guess it all links. Yeah, I lost my dominant arm, but its sacrifice helped a bigger purpose. If I had to lose another limb to accomplish such a thing again, I'd totally do it. But of course, I just hope it doesn't come to that ever again. Now you're just teasing me. We'll hear nothing else from me, young lady. Oh wow, I think I'll leave off here. This is a good, This is a cutscene. This is a cutscene in the game. I'm not brown, I'm red. You are red. Chapter 2, Amarga. Wow, this is a, I think we're definitely gonna have to leave off here because this chapter's name means bitter. Oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. I'm gonna buy her a Joker Cyclone. Fans are really good. Let's return. That's all she needs. Please make sure you have the $8,000. It will be sent out on the 24th. Please make sure you have the $8,000 needed. Jill's curious about a Daruma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from getting too distracted. Have a nice day. I'll have to save money because like of that. But you know what? I'm gonna let's save that day 7 room. So that's the first week. Let's see the Danger U. Hollow Bank is getting attacked with Thread 4. I can finally confirm the situation that has finally reached its end. The attacker was shot dead, but a huge amount of data was released from the servers all over the world. Remember the leaks from Alice? No, those were nothing compared to this. Proof of corruption, money laundering, espionage. It's actually pretty unsettling. Damn, the file is available from approximately 60,000 sources, terabytes that contain all operations from Glitch City and White Knight operations. It seems the ultimate goal from the attacker was not to blow up the bank, but lead hostages towards the server inside of the bank, which had the files under several layers of physical security. That shit sounds whack. How do you even make a plan this complex? No idea, but that's what some of the witnesses are telling the police. Oh, it looks like I have to leave, but I'll try to write down all the details for a future post. Gonna need some time though. Godspeed, Anna, thanks. Paul Plank is getting attacked too. Media's still awfully quiet about that. Augmented Eye talked about it very briefly. Maybe someone lost their job due to that one rogue article. It was from Kim. She's always trying to write serious shit, but I think AE got tired of her. Fucking shame. So I guess all we get is clickbait from now on. Gonna get worse at the very least. White Knight said there was a lot of people inside the building. At least 3 people already dead. How, is there someone shooting people? Looks like it was the security from the building, but I've got no details yet. Sounds weird as fuck. Come on, Insider Anon, you gotta give us a bit more. Doing my best here. Thanks, Based Anon. Because they know how 4chan works. Explosion registered, and media is still quiet about it. Can register there's an explosion, just looks like it was one of them. So there's more bombs, not just one? That's right. Do you have any clues on who's doing this? I'm hearing from several sources that this is a group, a new one, looking to overthrow the government. No new names have been mentioned, but it looks like not just a group, but just one person who set up all this. That's pretty ballsy. There's just a rumor around here, but Alice Rabbit might be involved. How? A hacker is helping out hostages to escape, and they're suspecting Alice. Someone's doing stupid shit on the internet is finally doing something finally useful. Anyways, we'll check out Augmented Eye. Danger U's admin has been arrested again. Cybercrime unit up the admin's ass. Second retribution, the day is coming. Milana Smithy, famous actor hacker Alice Rabbit graced the popular text board Danger U with a new threat, which resulted in the arrest of the site's admin known as Furfur for a second time. We have no details to give other than that if he was arrested as part of an ongoing investigation. Cybercrime Unit's Lisette Blanc told the Augmented Eye during a call, "We're now busy tracking down the message that appeared yesterday." When inquired about the arrest, Furfur would only respond with a calm, "Not this shit again." Nanocam was making smart underwear. If underwear you can change the voice command is not something you really want in your life, Nanocam has had you covered. Already providing consumer versions of their advanced nanomachine fabric, they plan to release a line of underwear that can change its look with a spoken word. No more stains in your white panties, just change its color to black and you will barely notice. That won't change the smell though, they're not that advanced. We expect an increase in sales next year next to this innovative product, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. I'm already using them, super comfy if you ask me. At least they buy their own products, unlike SIG, who, like, if you follow gun news, SIG has been, like, under fire because both of their most recent products have been proven to be defective, and, like, they're not even using their own products because, like, it's a liability now. GSF January 4th card announced a 66 American Kid and Giant Yusuke headlining. The blood feud between Giant Yusuke and 66 American Kid will reach its climax this January 4th in this annual GSF Dome event, but it's not the only match of the night. Other interesting bouts feature great workers such as the Great DK and Arens. Full card below. It's boxing. 66 American Kid versus Giant Yusuke, GSF Championship. Red Comet Jr. versus Nagisa, Women's Championship. Akito versus the Great DK. Roy Campbell versus Arens, GSF Junior Championship. Jack Bomb and Blaze versus Huli and Karakolita, Tag Team Championship. And Osuna versus Siegfried. I think I'm gonna, the Kiramiki blog. Thanks, GC. Oh, I love this place. So much energy, so much love. Second date in the city. That I think we're already finished with that. I think I'll leave off here. Thank you everyone who came. Specifically, I can only name terrible artists. Thank you for keeping the chat alive because I really appreciate that. And I think I'll exit off here. Who do we have? Who's streaming right now? Who's streaming right now? Let's see my subscriptions. Why is Oh, someone did that. Anyways, so let's go in subscriptions. Should I rate into Leah unironically? What if I rated into Leah? Iori, Hime, Nyaru, Typing of the Net, Nimi, Sheena, Grandpa Gaming, 142 watching. We Were Here Forever, Tenma, Nyaru. I'm gonna send you guys to Cara Malone, and then thank you everyone who came, Otsu love, and I'll see you guys next time.